So the Steelers dominate, takeaway?
It's about time they dominate. Really, I think the Steelers team has been a team that's played to the level of their competition. You know, they win on last-second field goals by Chris Boswell against against Indianapolis, against Cincinnati, against Brett Hundley and the Green Bay Packers. Tonight, they look like the most talented team in the NFL. They're doing it without AB, and they come out with that offensive line that we know is so good, and they dominate start to finish. Ben Roethlisberger looked like the star that he is. These receivers, Juju Smith-Schuster and Bryant, they stepped up and played, and obviously we know about Le'Veon Bell. This is how I think Steelers fans expect the Steelers to start every game and to play every game that they're playing a team that they're so much better than.
I was impressed by how the defense bounced back. You know, they laid an egg in that New England game. But this is the fourth-rated defense in the National Football League. Today, they have 7 quarterback sacks, and that makes 50 for the season for this defense. I think it's an underrated defense, but you see Artie Burns with a great interception. And then Cameron Hayward, they couldn't block him. By the way, the young man right here, this nickel, I have no idea who the heck that is, that Helton or something, but he had 3 quarterback sacks in the game. So it's like, you know what? Houston never knew who he was either. Wasn't just me that never knew who he was, but Houston clearly never knew who he was.
Let's credit them for depth.
Well, I think it was a blessing. I think it was a blessing in disguise for Todd Haley, and the reason why, because of how many balls, how many targets that AB gets week in and week out. You know, for me, he gets 8 quarters. That means this game and next week's game until he sees AB. And I think that he has to be aware, you know, if AB has a setback from that calf injury in the playoffs, because I know that every defense he played in the playoffs are not going to be the Houston Texans. So for me, I think it was a blessing in disguise for Todd Haley. And the reason why he's able to see what he's getting from his young receiver core. You just talk about Hunter in there. We see what we're getting from a very underrated Juju Smith-Schuster, Eli Rogers. But at the same time, I want him to get Jesse James more involved in that offense. So I think that, like I say, 8 weeks, they're going to get AB back in the postseason. But like I said, it's a blessing in disguise because Todd Haley gets to see what he has in his offense without Antonio Brown in it.